But I want to come today to a India Today exclusive because the polls in Punjab are this time about an issue which is getting exposed. Sand mining, rampant in Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi's constituency. Villagers in Chief Minister Channi's constituency speak out to me when I was in Punjab earlier this week, claiming that the mining stopped only after an enforcement directorate raid on Mr. Channi's nephew. The villagers claim that the sand mafia had a free run. This is my ground report from Chief Minister Channi's constituency. It was the drug mafia in 2017. Will it be sand mafia in 2022? Listen in to what the villagers told me in the Chief Minister's own constituency. Now, if in 2017 it was drugs that was at the heart of the corruption allegations in Punjab, this time it's in sand mining in villages like this near Chamkaur Sahib, where reportedly hundreds of trucks every day have been doing illegal mining, a business that runs into thousands of crores. I'm joined by Gurnam Singh, farmer union leader, जो इसके बारे में प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं आप कि ये जिस तरह से रेती का कारोबार चल रहा है, गुरनाम सिंह जी, इसके पीछे कौन है?
इसके पीछे जो हमारे राशि नेता हैं, लोकल नेता राशि है, जो पुलिस हमारे चमकौर साहब से चोन लड़ी है, सीएम बनया है, एमएलए बनया है, मुख्यमंत्री है, उनके बगैर ये नहीं चलती थी। इसमें जितना प्रशासन है हमारा रोपड़ डिस्ट्रिक्ट का, वो सारा मिला हुआ था।
सब मिला हुआ है।
हम
पुलिस मिली हुई है, लोकल
एमएलए भी,
और ये चीफ मिनिस्टर तक जाता है।
हो सकता है जाता होगा जी, इसीलिए रोका गया जी।
हमने जाके
देखो, हम निजी तौर पे नहीं कह सकते, हमने देखा नहीं कि उसको गया है, मगर जाता होगा इसलिए ये रोका नहीं। हमने बहुत ज्यादा प्रोटेस्ट किया, हमने टिप्पर भी रोक के इनसे पेपर मांगे कि इसका जो मंजूरी मिली है आपको सरकार द्वारा, वो हमें दिखाया जाए, मगर इनके पास कोई पेपर नहीं था।
और कितने ट्रक आते थे रोज?
कम से कम रोज 200 ट्रक आता था।
रोज 200 ट्रक यहाँ सतलज के
दिन रात में यहाँ से भर के
दिन रात को भर
के जाता था जी। दिन रात चलता था जी।
दिन रात को रेती भरकर जाते थे और कोई रोकता नहीं था।
कोई नहीं रोकता था, प्रशासन वो भी हमें रोकता था।
जब आपने प्रोटेस्ट किया?
जब हम प्रोटेस्ट करते थे, हम व्हीकल को रोकते थे, जाकर टिप्परों को रोकते थे, वो हमें रिक्वेस्ट करते थे कि आप प्रधान जी ऐसा काम मत करो, इनको जाने दो। हमने सीएम साहब से जब उदों ये मंत्री थे, इनको बेनती की जाकर कि इनको रोको। चन्नी जी को
तो रोका कि नहीं? फिर
नहीं जी, उन्होंने बोला कि
पहले नहीं रोका
जी। पहले चन्नी साहब से मीटिंग हुई हमारी, जब शुरू होना था, उदों भी हमने रिक्वेस्ट की चन्नी जी को कि इसको मत चलाया जाए। हमारी मीटिंग हुई जिसमें डीसी था, हमारी डीसी थी मैडम, और मैनेजिंग ऑफिसर था रोपड़ का, और डीएसपी चमकौर साहब, हम 200 बंदा हम था। वहां बात किया कि नहीं चलने देंगे, हम इसको नहीं चलाना चाहिए, मगर हमें प्रेशराइज किया गया हर एक से, राशि नेता से भी और प्रशासन से भी। इसको चलाया गया इसको।
कितने महीनों से? ये सालों से चल रहा है या पिछले एक साल से?
पिछले साल नवंबर दिसंबर से चल रहा है, मेरा ख्याल है।
एक साल से ये लगातार चल रहा है। तो इस पूरे एरिया को, ये सतलज के किनारे है,
जहाँ भी है, इसके आगे भी है,
ये पूरे एरिया को एक तरह से कब्जा कर दिया इन्होंने।
हाँ, मुलाना एरिया है।
तो इन्होंने आपको ये रिश्वत दी क्या किसी ने कि ये मत करो उनको प्रेशर?
अगर हमको रिश्वत मिलती तो हम प्रोटेस्ट कैसे करते, हम इनके टिप्पर कैसे रोकते?
उन्होंने कोशिश की कि आपको रिश्वत देने की?
वो तो बहुत कुछ बोलते थे। उन्होंने बोला कि हमने 5 लाख दे भी दिया है।
5 लाख दे दिया
है जी। हमने बोला कि चलो 100 रुपए 100 चकते हैं, अगर दिया है हमको। फिर कोई तैयार नहीं हुआ जी। बहुत बातें, उसके बाद भी हम प्रोटेस्ट करते रहे।
तो अब आप अलाउ नहीं करेंगे? ये आपकी ये प्रोटेस्ट जारी रहेगी?
ना था हम पहले अलाउ किया जी, अब ना हम अब अलाउ करेंगे। हमारा तो बेड़ा गर्क कर दिया, 200 पिंड हटा दिया हमने, बाघ के मुंह में डाल दिया 200 पिंड। अगर जहाँ पानी जोर से आ जाता है, हड़ आ जाता है, तो ये सारा हट जाएगा। हम 200 पिंड
The environmental damage of sand mining will destroy this entire area is what you are saying. ये पूरा एरिया खत्म हो जाएगा।
हमारे गांव खत्म हो जाएंगे। देखो ये बन है ना, वे भी दबा दिया है। आगे गांव मुलाना है, मुलाना में भी ऐसा काम कर दिया।
चलिए, आपने अपनी बात बड़ी मजबूती से रखी है। थैंक यू वेरी मच गुरनाम सिंह।
धन्यवाद।
आप जैसे लोगों को देखकर उम्मीद जागती है कि अभी भी हमारे देश के नागरिक जिंदा है। ये बताइए सतनाम सिंह जी, आप भी इस एंटी सैंड माइनिंग माफिया के खिलाफ लड़ रहे हैं यहाँ, ये अब तो बंद हो गया, ये कैसे बंद हो गया?
सर जिस दिन ना यहाँ पे सीएम साहब के भतीजे के घर ईडी की रेड हुई है उस दिन से बंद हुआ है जी।
तभी बंद हुआ?
हाँ जी।
उसके यानी आप कह रहे हैं कि
सेम डे ही हुआ है।
जिस दिन सीएम के भतीजे के घर ईडी की रेड हुई, पैसे मिले, उस दिन से ये बंद हुआ?
उस दिन से बंद है सर।
तब तक कुछ नहीं हो रहा था?
नहीं, शरेआम बिल्कुल।
और ये फॉरेस्ट लैंड है?
हाँ जी, ये सर जो वो है ना जो 9-10 किलो के एकड़,
हाँ ये सब
फॉरेस्ट है जी।
और इस फॉरेस्ट लैंड में पूरी तरह से ये रेत माफिया चल रहा
हाँ
था,
जी।
पूरी तरह से यहाँ ले रहे थे। तो अब उम्मीद है कुछ बदलेगा ईडी के रेड के बाद?
देखो जी अजय तो कुछ हुण तां रुके हुए हैं, दोबारा फिर जे सीएम बन गई तो फिर चल पूगा जी।
अच्छा, दोबारा सीएम हो गए तो फिर चालू हो
फिर चल
जाएगा?
जाएगा जी।
अगर चन्नी जी दोबारा सीएम हो जाए तो फिर
चल जाएगा जी। यहाँ पे आम जो सुनते थे ना, जहाँ पे भी तुसी जो थोतो कर हुंदा जी वो तुसी कर लो, सानू किसी का कोई डर नहीं।
ये कहते थे कि हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं,
हाँ,
किसी का कोई डर नहीं था इनको?
किसी का कोई डर नहीं था जी।
तो इतने पिछले 1 साल से कोई डर नहीं था?
30 गांव में घूमकर सरपंचों से साइन करवा के, मोहरें लगवा के डीसी मैडम को भी दी।
तो क्या बोले वो कुछ नहीं
हाँ, एप्लीकेशन लेते थे, बोलते नहीं थे कुछ।
तो कुछ नहीं, तो कोई
कार्रवाई नहीं जी हुई।
तो कोई सैंड माफिया को रोक नहीं रहा था?
कोई नहीं जी।
बस जब ईडी की रेड हुई तब से कुछ रुका है?
हाँ, उस दिन तो बंद है जी।
और आपको डर है चुनाव के बाद यही फिर से शुरू हो जाएगा?
हाँ जी, दोबारा फिर यही होगा जी।
पैसे का खेल है बॉस।
हाँ जी, पैसा है तो चलता है जी।
चलिए, थैंक यू।
ओके सर।
Remember what you've just heard. The villagers are claiming that the trucks would come as part of the sand mining mafia, and it only stopped when Chief Minister Channi's nephew was raided. Remember, 10 crores were found in that raid at the residence in cash. That is what I put to the Chief Minister both before I met the villagers and after. Listening to what Chief Minister Channi had to say about the allegations that he and his family is linked to the sand mining mafia. आम आदमी पार्टी ने आप पर गहरे इल्जाम लगाए हैं, कहा है कि ये जो सैंड माफिया है वो आप ही कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में बड़ा है, और उनका कहना है कि ये जितने भी सैंड माफिया है उससे चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी जुड़े हुए हैं। उन्होंने आप पर भी ये बहुत गंभीर आरोप लगाए हैं।
मैंने आपको पहले यही निवेदन किया है कि वो पहले बड़े इल्जाम लगाते हैं, चुनाव खत्म होने के बाद माफी मांग लेते हैं गोडे टेक कर। ये उनका रवैया रहा है जिंदगी का, लेकिन ये एक इखलाक से गिरी हुई बात है। अब किसी को चोर चोर कहते रहो हर रोज, लोग समझेंगे शायद यार चोर ही हो। ये वो स्ट्रेटेजी है इनकी।
नहीं, बट जब आपका नेफ्यू अरेस्ट होता है और उनके साथ ईडी का कहना है कि रेड में हमें कैश मिला, करोड़ों में कैश मिला, हमें ये कहा जा रहा है कि ये शायद ट्रांसफर पोस्टिंग से जुड़े हुए या सैंड माइनिंग से, ये अब ईडी के प्रमाण जब आते हैं और उसके बाद जब ये एलिगेशंस होते तो एलिगेशन में कुछ तो दम होगा।
अरे किसी के घर से पैसा मिला है, 10 लोगों के घर से पैसा मिला है
जी,
और अगर मेरा बीच में एक रिश्तेदार भी है तो मुझे क्यों घसीटा जा रहा है?
उनका कहना ये आपका पैसा है जो आपके भांजे के पास।
किसी का रिश्तेदार होता है, अगर कोई मेरा रिश्तेदार भी है, मेरे बहन का लड़का नहीं, मेरे भाई का लड़का नहीं, अगर कोई मेरा रिश्तेदार उसमें है तो उसमें मुझे क्यों घसीटा जा रहा है? और अभी केस चल रहा है, बात क्लियर होने दो, किसका पैसा कहाँ से आया, कहाँ से गया, अभी कोर्ट में है बात। तो अननेसेसरीली मुझे घसीट कर बदनाम करने की क्या जरूरत है?
ये जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स जो आप आम आदमी पार्टी ने दिए हैं कि आप ही के कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में सैंड माइनिंग जो हो रही थी वो आपसे जुड़ी हुई है, आप क्या कहते हैं?
कोई डॉक्यूमेंट ऐसा नहीं दिया। कहीं मेरा नाम हो तो फांसी लगा दो मुझे। वहां जाकर किसी खनन पे खड़ा होकर ये चन्नी की खनन है, ये क्या तरीका है? ये सारा इमेज टार्निश करने का एक जरिया उन्होंने बनाया। जो आज से पहले 4.5 साल से सरकार चल रही, मेरा नाम क्यों नहीं आया आज तक? तो आज ही क्यों अननेसेसरीली उछाला जा रहा है? क्योंकि उनको ये डर है कि चन्नी अगर रहेगा तो वो जीत नहीं पाएंगे। उन्होंने पूरी कोशिश कर ली मुझे बदनाम करने की, मुझे हर रोज गालियां देते हैं, मुझे हर रोज झूठ बोलते हैं, वो हर रोज कोई ना कोई इल्जाम लगा देते हैं अपनी तरफ से। तो लोगों ने मान लिया क्या?
बेला गांव गया था,
और वहाँ सैंड माइनिंग का जो इशू है बहुत बड़ा है, और उन्होंने आप पर आरोप लगाया कि GCM ने कुछ किया नहीं, ईडी के रेड के बाद सब बंद हुआ।
सुनो, ऐसा है कि ये जो लीगल खड्ड है, कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह ने दी हुई है लीगल खड्डे, जो लीगल माइनिंग करते हैं उनको मैं रोक नहीं सकता।
There you have it, Chief Minister Channi virtually washing his hands off what we saw on the ground in terms of the sand mafia, claiming that he has nothing to do with it. Is this going to be a big issue in the Punjab election? Sand mafia in the Chief Minister's constituency, 10 crores found with his nephew. Did the government fail to crack down on the sand mafia? Or is Channi being targeted by the Aam Aadmi Party in particular ahead of the battle for Punjab? I'm joined by Raghav Chadda, AAP's co-in-charge Punjab, who's raised the sand mafia issue first, and Adil Singh Boparai, the Congress's spokesperson. Let's get responses from both of you first. First to you, Raghav Chadda, because you might have seen Charanjit Singh Channi in that interview claiming that the Aam Aadmi Party is using this to discredit him ahead of the elections. He says he was a minister in the Amarinder Singh government for 4.5 years. You never said anything. Suddenly on the eve of the election, you say he's part of the sand mafia.
A few months ago, Mr. Sardesai, I had visited Shri Chamkaur Sahab Halka, the Vidhan Sabha of the Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab, and in particular a village called Jindapur, where next to the Darya, illegal sand mining was being done. I went there, I conducted a live raid there with 40 news channels, cameras, reporters, journalists, all those people were there, and all this illicit business has been going on, was caught on camera. Undeniable truth. And the local forest officer who complained of mining in that area, he wrote a letter saying that this land falls under the Forest Department. This is under the jurisdiction of the Indian Forest Act and the Forest Conservation Act, and therefore no activity can possibly happen in this area. You know, within 48 hours of writing that letter, that forest reserve officer of that particular area was transferred by Charanjit Singh Channi, and the illegal activity of sand mining in that particular village went on unabated. It stopped for 4 hours after my raid because they realized that it's got a lot of traction and a lot of visibility. Now, for only 4 hours it stopped, and after that it's been prospering. Now that's point number one. Point number two, following that, a raid of the Enforcement Directorate happens. I am even willing to, buy into this argument that perhaps the raid was politically motivated. Even if the raid was politically motivated, 10 crore rupees of cash was found at his relative's residence. Gold worth 21 lakh was found. 50 crore rupees worth of entries were found. Crores and crores of property papers and luxury cars worth running into several crores were found. Channi Saab says he's a Garib Admi. He says, "Main auto chalanda si, main te sound system launda si." Channi Saab is, he must explain which sound wala, which auto wala in the state of Punjab has 10 crore rupees hard cash or 50 crore rupees worth of bank entries. Number one. Number two, he also went on to say, when he became the chief minister, and here is why we have pointed this out. In his first address to the people of Punjab after becoming the chief minister, he said, "I am not the chief minister of sand mafia. Therefore, I urge the sand mafia to not come to my doorstep. I will not entertain you." These were his first words after becoming chief minister. So therefore, it was incumbent upon us as the principal opposition in the state of Punjab to expose the illegal sand mining that's been going on. And he's not alone.
No.
And it is not Jindapur Pind alone. Mr. Sardesai, just hold on. Jindapur Pind alone is not the site. There are several sites in Chamkaur Sahab Halka.
No, I have gone
across the state of Punjab.
Mr. Chadda, I went to Bela village, which you have seen on camera, where the villagers are claiming that the sand mining illegal truck stopped only on the day that the ED raided Mr. Channi's nephew. Adil Singh Boparai, this is hugely embarrassing. Look, first you have a raid on the chief minister's nephew and 10 crores are picked up. This is a nephew who had a VVIP sticker on his car, who seemed to be able to travel around in a convoy without any restrictions being put on him. So clearly he's linked to the chief minister. 10 crores are found. The chief minister tells me he has nothing to do with the sand mafia, but the villagers tell me that they went to the chief minister and he refused to stop the trucks which were doing the sand mining.
I'll respond. Sardesai Saab, firstly, the allegations are utter buncombe. This is a conspiracy to sully the name of a son of the soil. The Aam Aadmi Party, which is a surrogate of the BJP, can't digest the fact that a person who's risen from the ranks, a person who belongs to the backward community, today is a chief minister of the state of Punjab, number one. Number two, let's test this hypothesis. Let me tell you, before Mr. Channi became chief minister, the price of per cubic feet of sand was 9 rupees. One of his first decisions as chief minister was to reduce it to 5 rupees. This is Mr. Channi. This is Mr. Channi who went after the mafia and reduced the price of sand.
No,
This
no,
is where
so
the
are you telling me, Mr.
Number one.
Boparai, that the villagers are lying when they say that the sand mining trucks were coming in, taking no, just a minute, till the raid took place on the nephew? Are you telling me the villagers are lying? Are you telling me that the forest officers' transfer has nothing to do with the fact that raids were conducted there?
Sardesai Sahab, since you put the Congress party into the witness box,
Please hold.
give me adequate
Please
time.
go ahead. Please go ahead.
Gurnam Singh is an individual who's associated with Mr. Rajewal's party. These are all individuals who are motivated. Please understand, these are biased individuals. But let's come to, I'll take the bull by the horns. You talk about the ED raid. The ED is investigating the money laundering aspect of the mining case. Now let's take the mining case. In the mining case, the Chief Minister's nephew is neither named in the FIR, nor has he been charge sheeted. So therefore, the only deduction is that he has nothing to do with the mining case. The ED investigation is unwarranted. And we all know the levels to which the BJP can stoop to. The BJP is capable of engineering riots. Do you think they're not capable of planting all this? Do you think they're not capable of sullying and defaming the Chief Minister? Mr. Channi is a man of unimpeachable integrity and character.
Are you
is it
saying,
that the BJP,
no, are you saying, Mr. Boparai? No, Mr. Boparai, you're a respected,
against the Congress party on the eve of the election.
No, Raghav, you
Into
can't.
this vendetta.
You have to give me time to respond.
Raghav, he must allow full time. Adil Singh Boparai, are you telling me that the 10 crores that were found in Mr. Channi's nephew's house was planted by the ED? Is that what you're claiming?
Before I respond to that question, let me just pierce the smoke screen and the veneer of the Aam Aadmi Party. Their own candidates have alleged that tickets are being sold to the highest bidder. Mr. Chadda had to run out of the press conference.
May I, Mr. Sardesai?
No, you can't. Mr. Chadda, he did not intervene with you.
This is a fact. You had to run out. They were heckling you. The tickets were being sold to the highest bidder. But I'll come to Mr. Sardesai.
Enough has happened.
No, Mr. Chadda, let him finish.
No, you have to give me a time to
I
respond.
will let you respond. Let him finish. I'll let you respond.
Don't get anxious. This has all been captured on camera. The Aam Aadmi Party was selling tickets in Punjab. 2 crore rupees, I believe, is the going rate. Now, responding to your question.
It should be much
Mr.
more.
Sardesai,
We are winning.
You have known and covered the BJP for far too long. You know that they are capable of stooping to any level. Whether it was Bengal, whether it was Maharashtra, whether it was Bihar, and now Punjab, the BJP is capable of doing anything.
Sir,
The ED
Mr. Boparai, 1 minute. What Raghav Chadda BJP does, forget that, they are also politicians. But what I have caught on camera, are you telling me that these villagers are lying to me? Are you telling me that the fact, no, 1 minute, the fact that a forest officer was transferred after they pointed out the irregularities of the manner in which sand mining was going on forest land, are you saying all of this is a lie? That I have also planted this information on the farmers?
I'll respond. The individual Gurnam Singh, the so-called activist whom you'd put questions to, is openly associated with the Akali Dal and Mr. Rajewal's party. He is not an independent person. So therefore, please see where all this is coming from. There is a calumny campaign.
Okay.
This is a conspiracy to defame Channi Saab's name. He's been chief minister. He's been a minister for 5 years.
Okay, let me,
Allegations were not leveled earlier. Why is it that all of a sudden on the
You have to give me time to respond.
this has been done?
Raghav Chadda.
Party, a party which is selling tickets.
Raghav Chadda, too serious. Okay, Mr. Boparai, you made your point.
In Jalandhar.
Mr. Boparai, you made your point. Raghav Chadda, 2 serious charges. One, that you all are selling tickets, so you have no moral right to talk about corruption in Punjab, is the first point that is made. Do you want to respond to that?
A couple of things, Mr. Sardesai. First of all, let me say this in chaste Hindi to the spokesperson of the BJP, of the Congress party, and to the entire Congress party, कि वो रकम अभी तक नहीं बनी और वो शख्स अभी तक पैदा नहीं हुआ जो आम आदमी पार्टी को, अरविंद केजरीवाल को या राघव चड्ढा को खरीद ले. Number 1. Number 2, yes, perhaps there was some sort of factionalism between two groups who wanted tickets from a particular seat. They got into a mini scuffle outside my press conference venue, which doesn't mean that Aam Aadmi Party is selling tickets, etc. I think these are frivolous allegations. I find
okay, that's one. Number two, sand mining. No,
let me finish.
Number two,
I will come to sand mining.
Raghav Chadda, number two, sand mining is not something confined to Mr. Channi's constituency. It's been taking place across Punjab. You seem to have discovered it just before the elections. Only in the Chief Minister's constituency is the other charge.
Sardesai, I have filed defamation cases against all these people who have leveled these baseless allegations against the Aam Aadmi Party, saying that we've been selling tickets. I will take them to court and show them how justice is done. That's point number one. Point number two, as far as mining is concerned, now the spokesperson of the Congress has made a few categorical assertions. Let me, give you the truth on each of those. First of all, he says that Mr. Channi, when he became the chief minister, said that sand will be sold at 5 rupees per square feet in the market, right? He said that. Channi Saab did actually say that. But sand was being sold at 35 to 40 rupees a square foot. And this is not Raghav Chadda saying. Navjot Singh Sidhu said this on the stage in the presence of Chief Minister Channi, that Channi, what you are saying is absolutely incorrect. I have gone to the market and checked, and the sand is being sold at rupees 40 per square feet. However, we are not on the market price of the sand. We are on illegal sand mining. And Mr. Sardesai, the nephew, the so-called nephew who's been raided, has commandos from the Chief Minister's security, has a pilot vehicle that escorts him. He has all facilities that a cabinet rank minister in the state of Punjab has. And people in Punjab are now. People in Punjab today. Let me finish.
I'll let you respond, Mr. Boparai. I assure you.
People in Punjab today, Mr. Sardesai, are saying, what is this tripartite agreement between Channi, Manni and Hanni? His nephew's name is Hanni, who's earned this much amount of money.
Okay, now, Mr. Boparai, no, Raghav, your time is up. No, Raghav, you have spoken now. No, you've spoken.
Please don't do this. Give me 15 seconds, after which I won't interrupt. Just give me 15 seconds.
Yes.
Number one, people in Punjab today are saying, Mr. Sardesai, Jado the CM baniya Channi, Vadda Manni kama gaya Hanni. Hanni has earned money because of Channi.
Okay, you said that.
And he says that you are, because Channi Saab comes from backward community. Are you saying that Mr. Sardesai and India today are against people from the backward community? Corruption doesn't understand caste.
Okay, Raghav, you made the point. Please, Adil Boparai must.
He can't indulge in corruption, or he can get away with corruption.
No, you have claimed now that Mr. Channi. Okay, you made the point. Adil Boparai, your final word. And uninterrupted, please. Raghav, no interruption.
Let me say in chaste Punjabi, कि पंजाब है दिल्ली दे जो साइबेरियन बर्ड्स ते डक्स आए ने, जो दिल्ली दे इंपोर्ट्स आए ने, उन्हां नूं कदे एक्सेप्ट नहीं करन वाले. Number one. Now this is the same Aam Aadmi Party which was sending apology letters to Bikram Majitha. This is the same Aam Aadmi Party which is hand in glove with the Akali Dal and Deep Palotara in the liquor mafia in Delhi. And it is the Congress party, and more specifically Mr. Channi, who's gone after the drug mafia and the sand mafia. And, I find it appalling that a party which comprises of rejects of the Congress party, a party which has given almost 40% tickets to those individuals who've been rejected by the Congress party, is claiming to be the banner and the holder of this morality and holier than thou image. Let me assure the Aam Aadmi Party that they are losing the election.
No, please don't intervene.
Punjab wants a workaholic. Punjab wants a workaholic. Punjab does not want an alcoholic.
Okay, I will ask you.
The Aam Aadmi Party has no vision.
Okay,
the Aam Aadmi
that's
Party
it.
is peddling lies.
We'll meet on the
Aam Aadmi Party spreading propaganda to sully the good name of India.
Okay, so you're claiming that this is all a conspiracy, that the sand mining allegations are baseless, and therefore what the villagers are saying, you're claiming they're virtually planted there to sully the image of Chief Minister Channi. The Aam Aadmi Party says they have evidence that it happened in the Chief Minister's constituency. Clearly, sand mining has become a big issue in Punjab, indeed across the country. It's the latest source of corruption, which is why I thought it was time to go and show it to our viewers exactly what's happening even in the constituency of a Chief Minister. Raghav Chadda, Adil Singh Boparai, thank you very much. We'll meet again on the 10th of March. and we'll see how that has played out in Punjab.